Good evening and welcome to the news. Our lead story tonight: Bridgwater International Airport installs solar panels on its roof. In a move to reduce the environmental impact of the international airport, Bridgwater has installed the panels to reduce the amount of CO2 that it releases into the atmosphere. They're not the only airport to be taking this approach. Ebbw International Airport recently made the news when they reduced the length of their runways in order to reduce taxiing of aircraft and therefore fuel used. And they also installed the latest technology used in cars today, ensuring that when in traffic, the airplane's engines will cut out. Snowdonia National Park Airport has also had some interesting approaches to this environmental problem. They now turn the landing lights off at night to save energy, and also they're encouraging holidays from Snowdonia to nudist locations around the globe, therefore reducing the weight of luggage. Finally, Highbury Services M4 International Airport has come up with an interesting technique recently of serving all teas, coffees and food cold. So how does Bridgwater measure up with their solar panels? Well, we're going to cut to our reporter on site now to find out a bit more about what they've come up with.
We're here at Bridgwater Airport and talking to Stephanie Kempson, the Sustainability Advisor.
Well, we actually took the idea from Birmingham Airport. We haven't actually turned our solar panels on, so we haven't a direct sort of answer of the sort of savings we're going to make. But in the model that they've supplied by doing theirs, they've saved almost 3%, which doesn't sound like much, but it can be an awful lot compared to the 0.01%. I mean, it's 300 more than that, and that was just stopped basically by, staff not boiling the kettle so much. So this 3% is a significant rise on what we had before.
Well, that does sound very impressive, but when you think about it, 3% of your total energy use it's not really very much.
Well, that's actually a very negative view of the situation. I mean, if you say 0.01%, it's actually 300 times that more than that.
Maybe try and explain it in figures that our viewers will understand.
It's 22 tonnes of carbon dioxide, which is the equivalent output of 12 average homes, which, that's on top of the ones which would be emptied anyway by people leaving the country to go abroad. So you could have, how many people can you fit on a plane? Say 200? I mean, if they've all got a home, that's an extra 200 homes, that's 212 homes.
I mean, what is an average home anyway?
A couple of bedrooms, say 3, 6-ish. Maybe one of them is a box room, a couple of reception rooms, a wine cellar. Despite the very flat view that people paint of the morals that we in the airport business have, it's quite cruel when we're taking these steps towards saving the future if we can. And it's one small step.
Thank you for that, Emily. But it's not all positive. Some people are against the panels, saying that they are a waste of money or possibly even dangerous.
Because frankly, solar panels right next to an airport is going to cause awful problems for the pilots with the glare. By definition, they're using sunshine, and it's just going to reflect off them and cause horrible problems. Frankly, I think the problem is incredibly overstated. Although I could see the point about capturing carbon. Let's not save it if we're going to capture it. Sounds like it's a good thing to have to me.
The panels themselves have actually been installed as the result of a competition for local school children to come up with ways that the airport could reduce its environmental impact. This plan of installing the solar panels, which saves them 22 tonnes of CO2 a year, came in second place in the competition. First place in the competition was won by a boy who tweeted a bomb threat to the airport, causing it to close for a day, during which they saved 6,500 tonnes of CO2 in 24 hours. So that's everything for today. Next week we'll be looking at Formula One and their plans to reduce their environmental impact by placing trees along the track at Silverstone. Thank you and good night.